Caruso, the freight train, tries to get it over in the fast break, and here comes the other way. Glatzel gets pushed. This running gun usually is a style that favors Syracuse, but they'll pull it back and just control and possess. Whoa, they sneak it inside. They saw the opening and did not wait to push it inside.
That was not control and possess. Great save. Tillman Johnson matching up high to high. This is a guy who lives and dies with emotion. When he's hot, he'll let you know it as a fan right there. The fist is pumping high.
Well, just when I thought they were going to slow things down, Powell saw Hogan inside, fed it to him, but he fell down and didn't get the shot. They maintained possession. Kaufman, so good in control of the ball, misses the connection to Sean Lindsay. Lindsay gets the ball at midfield. Drag, very tough. All over him as the defense putting pressure on Syracuse.
Trey Whitty, 15 for Virginia.
Cruz is up there pushing as well.
Playing with energy, trying to make some plays. Virginia looks a little tired on defense here.
Tillman Johnson again with a body block.
Virginia looks tired.
Rocket shot from the outside. Sean Lindsay, after Tillman Johnson had one bounce off his chest, Sean Lindsay lights up the corner. 9-7, Syracuse with their first 2-goal lead.
Too much firepower. Lindsay, high-to-high rotation. You see the first save, a really nice save right here. But the rebound kicks all the way up top. You see the Virginia defender, Trey Whitty, falls. There's nobody there. Boom. Just blows that one past Tillman Johnson. Lindsay, the good-looking sophomore.
Face-off circle, so important for possessions. Brendan Moeller out there on the wing. Talk about those short stick players. It looks like Brendan Moeller's on the field the whole time. Now stars are barking out. A little bit thinner. You might have picked that up by now as far as depth is concerned. Virginia not wanting to go as deep, maybe. We've talked about it a little bit as Syracuse. We've only got about 18 minutes left in this game. 2 goals now. The first 2-goal separation in favor of Syracuse in this game. Mike Powell against Brett Hughes.
Syracuse on a 5-1 run. Remember, Virginia led 6-4.
Powell looking for an opening. So quick, tries to swim move, can't get open. Powell drives inside, underneath shot. Push call will go against Virginia. Tillman Johnson with another sensational save.
Nice save. I tell you, Powell can create something out of nothing. Hughes is giving him a nice defensive hold there. And Powell's just jumping over him with the swim move. Watch it. This is what we call the swim. Much like in football, he'll take it over his head. Here it comes. Right there. And look at Hughes. He's tough. Nice hold position. And then the help comes here. The foul, the push right there by Moeller.
Possession call. The ball stays.
Another look.
And Syracuse then is
split save. Matching up down low. A lot of times Powell will fake that shot down low and then dip and dunk is what we call it. Jam it up top.
Not a time serve penalty.
Loose ball push, not a time serve.
So Syracuse maintains possession. Teams at even strength. Powell again with a matchup this time against Brendan Moeller. They're taking their rolls through the defensive end. Everybody gets a shot at trying to defend Mike Powell. Moeller working to get his stick on the hands of Mike Powell. Powell waiting for a chance to make a quick move. He appeals to the ref about that hit. Then comes around and shoots a little bit high on target.
Powell's got all the tricks. That time he's trying to back into Moeller, much like a center in basketball. Powell's only 5'10", 165.
Steve Holmes did a great job of digging that out of the corner. Unbelievable. It was Berman who brought it up. And now Virginia very patiently goes into their offensive set.
Numbers out of the substitution box. Nice recovery down low by Syracuse.
One thing for sure, Rotelli should be pretty much rested. We haven't seen Rotelli carry the ball in about 10 minutes. Connor Gill reeling back to his right. Double teamed. Ball not on the grass surface yet. Finally, Yaboli gets it. How does he get a shot off? Glatzel picks up the loose ball, back to Pfeiffer.
That is a sensational ground ball play in the corner by Glatzel. That's why he's a first-team All-American right there. That was a 50-50 ball that he got off the carpet and up the field.
Another big save by Tillman Johnson. Syracuse putting intense pressure on Johnson, and he is stepping up big. 9 saves for him on the day, but he has had shots right in his face, and about 3 have bounced right off his chest.
End-to-end action. These fans loving the transition lacrosse. Watch this save. This is an offside hip shot. Terrific location. Johnson is there. That's how you do it. You step with that off leg, and you swing that stick around. Well done. And to catch that shot, really a great effort.
Johnny Christmas coming from well out front on Bill St. George. And look at the slide package for Syracuse, really coming to help out against anybody who tries to play defense on Christmas. Glatzel playing defense on Connor Gill.
Get up, Glatz, turn him!
Connor Gill set an NCAA record last week with 9 assists. Inside, Yavoli's got the corner. Great move. Connor Gill got the attention. Yavoli snuck in on the crease. Connor Gill didn't even look at him until the last second. They bury goal number 8.
Gill has got the bullseye on his chest, and what that does, it draws the eyes of the entire Syracuse defense. They momentarily look right here. Do I need to help? Do I need to help? I don't. Yavoli fills the seam and finally beats Pfeiffer, his second goal, a crucial goal. Those two have hooked up this year. Take a look at Connor Gill. If you weren't with us earlier last week, set an NCAA record, 9 assists in the quarterfinals against Cornell.
Gill 1-1 on the day so far. Yavoli's second goal of the day. Moments left, a chance to shoot. Virginia just collapses on Syracuse, and they'll have a chance to get one more shot. Connor Gill comes up to help. Pressing into the middle, he's got room. Push from behind, he'll draw the flag. 10 seconds ago, Syracuse had the ball, a 1-goal lead and a chance to go up by 2. Virginia collapsed on him, brought it down, drew the penalty, and now they have a chance to tie.
Short clock, Gill pushing to the net, run down from behind by Jared Park, the road runner, one of the fastest freshmen in the country. Great soccer player. I don't think conditioning's a factor. These athletes will run up and down this field for 2 hours. It is a huge differentiator late in these ball games.
Virginia will hold the ball to get possession as the 4th quarter starts. It'll start much like the 3rd quarter started, except the ball will be in Virginia's stick. They'll have the extra man advantage, much like Syracuse did to start the 3rd quarter. This is anybody's game as we look at Tillman Johnson, who has come up huge. When we come back, 15 more minutes to decide who will meet Princeton in the finals on Monday.
To cool their food, males use a technique known as the reverse blow. The rolling rock continues the cooling process. Grab a rock.
I don't like to draw too much attention. I try to be subtle. But some things are obvious. Like saving a buck or two with 1-800-COLLECT. Saving has never looked so good.
1-800-COLLECT. Save a buck or two.
Welcome back, class of 1982.
Hi. Tom, you haven't changed a bit.
Oh, thanks, Brenda.
How do you stay looking so young? Well, I get a little help.
Call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB for this free hair loss booklet and read about what causes hair loss and what options are proven to work. You'll also see clients from all over the country who have found the answer to thinning hair. Call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB today.
How has NCAA football influenced your life?
The skills I learned as a player prepared me to rise to the occasion.
exude confidence.
The skills I learned as a player taught me to work hard, reach my goals.
The skills I learned as a player prepared me to rise to the occasion, both on and off the field.
NCAA football. Pass it on.
We're back at Rutgers. The youth of the lacrosse world getting set to start their careers. They want to be here in about 18 years, 16 years. Let's look at the Syracuse offense.
Spencer Wright from Brian Nee on the extra man. That gave Syracuse a 7-6 lead. And then Mike Powell, maybe the individual play of the game. Just handling the defense, kicking it inside to Springer. The differential in this game could be a lot worse if it wasn't for Tillman Johnson. Split save down low, robbing Powell. And then he makes it look so easy against Spencer Wright. You talk about smoothness, cat-like quickness, a guy who's focused right now, trying to get his team into the national finals. It's Tillman Johnson.
Mike Powell looking to get set. He's on his offensive end, just resting. Tillman Johnson really is playing his A game today. He has been sensational. This is Virginia on the extra man, shooting high over top of the goal. 12 saves for Johnson on the day. Pfeiffer's being tested right here with this extra man for Virginia. They have a chance to tie the game to start this fourth quarter, much like in the exact same way as Syracuse tied it to start the third. Or actually, they went ahead 7-6 at that point. Christmas, Rotelli. Back to Christmas, and great save by Pfeiffer.
Christmas got away with one there. He put his hand on the ball. Trouble here. Pfeiffer's caught out.
Ball's picked up. Pfeiffer gets back in place and is picked off by Syracuse. Glatzel. Incredible anticipation by John Glatzel. He just lets it loose. And look at Kaufman pull it down. He senses a little bit of unsettled defense. Back door. Easy finish for Springer, who's having a career day on the offensive end.
Glatzel deserves the credit for this pickoff. Unbelievable. Picks it off. And then the length of field pass to Kaufman. How he knew he was open, I don't know. That's Virginia pressing. They got a great opportunity. There he is. The eraser, Glatzel. And then it looks like he's just sending this to nobody. And it's on a line right to Kaufman's breadbasket. Next thing you know, they got a 2-on-1 and a momentum-changing goal for Springer. Starts with Glatzel. It finishes with Springer.
Kaufman, 3 assists on the day. What a momentum buster, Quint. Could have tied the game. Glatzel makes it a goal for Syracuse, a 2-goal swing. Could be critical to the outcome of this game. We'll see how it unfolds. Moeller gets the offense calmed down. Pfeiffer had to come up big initially to start that off. Glatzel with a big play. The defense stepping up, even with the absence of Saul Bliss. Virginia now pressing from the side. A.J. Shannon works that left-hander side.
Go early.
Brett Walker is playing defense. There's the big shot from up top. Virginia now losing that possession with Justin Mullen getting some air time on the offensive end. And Mullen couldn't quite handle it down there, and it comes back, and they can't handle it on the Syracuse end. A little bit of a limp from Billy St. George. This team is getting thin on the defensive end, Quint, and the defenders dropping like flies. Tillman Johnson comes out, active outside of the box for clearing purposes. Ferrone brings the ball down, gets it behind, and they set up again.
Who's going?
Yaboli.
Balls it out. Pick coming down.
The freshman with more goals than anybody else on the offensive end. What a year that Christmas and Yaboli have had. Connor Gill trying to get open. Glatzel giving him a little bit of room. Picks it up on the end line. Glatzel tying up his hands, putting the ball down, but Connor Gill picks the ball up. Nice move as he comes in and just steadies himself against Glatzel's defensive push. Behind the back feed, Great look as he tried to hit Justin Mullen on the cut.
Little backdoor cut by Mullen. Kind of a look you in the eye type thing, and then you cut to the cage. Gill just being hammered by Glatzel. Right here, count these checks. He just sits on his shoulder, and he's working on that lower hand.
And there's
Mullen
the
with the
feed
backdoor
inside.
cut and the loose ball push. They're running Christmas out of the box now. You got some matchup issues for Syracuse.
Billy St. George comes up to meet Christmas. A.J. Shannon in close off the pipe. Shannon had his man beat, and that one comes off the pipe. He had beaten Mike Smith. St. George, Christmas. Inside, Christmas buries it. 10-9. Third goal of the game, a hat trick for Johnny Christmas.
Christmas was given a rest by Coach Starsia for about 2 minutes there. They brought Mullen in. They finally said, Johnny, you got your air back? He said, yes, put me in. Here he comes down the side against St. George. And you see his quickness is regained after the little breather. Beats Pfeiffer, no help defensively for Syracuse. You gotta recognize that matchup and support Christmas with the hat trick.
He has been very hard to mark in this game. John Desko, knowing the challenge of his defensive players, Sal Bliss on the sideline for leg injury, and Virginia collecting a lot of control off the faceoffs. Connor Gill, you talk about this matchup, Gill and Glatzel. You're looking at the bottom of the screen. Quint goes back to high school, but Connor Gill is so much stronger and bigger than he was back then.
That matchup will not define the remainder of this game. It's going to be up to guys like A.J. Shannon, Rotelli, and Yavoli.
Tried to squeeze that one inside. Justin Mullen getting a lot of playing time, number 22 in this second half. A.J. Shannon with some room up top. Let's see what he does against Brett Walker. Connor Gill elects to take it. Glatzel gives it to him and just gets set to keep him out from in front of the goal. From his knees, Gill back up. He's got Yavoli behind. Double team and a hold call against the Syracuse Orangemen. This will give Virginia a chance to tie the game in an extra man.
Two awful strong players. Gill trying to back in Glatzel. The check is made. It was a successful check. The double team, though, might have been the hold. Look at Glatzel, rock solid. He's sitting down low in a chair. There's the hold right there by Vidash, the freshman. Glatzel probably upset that Vidash came and double teamed him. As a senior, you got a freshman come and bail you out there. You say, hey, I had that guy. I was okay. He didn't have me beat, but it was a nice double team because Gill couldn't see it coming.
Also, I think Glatzel wasn't in great position. He was holding with a stick, which you can't do. You can hold with your hands, but not your stick. And he was in a little bit of trouble. Syracuse a little short-handed, Quint. Bliss out of the game. Watch this shot and a great save by Pfeiffer. He is down. He could be hurt. That come off his leg. Unbelievable second half he's having. The defensive end of the field is walking wounded on this game. These guys are getting beat up. Bliss on the sideline. When you get a penalty to your defensive guys, you are really light as you go 6-on-5. 14th save of the game for Pfeiffer. 3-3 formation. Watch the far side. Yavoli gets stuffed by Pfeiffer again. And the ball's loose. Watch out.
Ball was in. There was interference. It's going out here.
Syracuse ball on the wing, I believe.
Interference was the call.
Interference with the goalie. Pfeiffer made a really nifty save on this last shot. His best save is low to his off-stick side. He's got a terrific move. He's a left-hander, and he gets that foot out and efficiently made that save.
Syracuse really dodges some pressure there as they get the ball back on their offensive end. Springer, career day for him, 4 goals. He was 3 goals, a hat trick against Virginia early in March when they played. That was a huge defensive stand, and Quint, Jay Pfeiffer really has to be credited with that defensive hold. And look at Tillman Johnson on the other end. Outlets quickly. Fast break with Moeller. Brendan Moeller turns right around. Finally gets checked from behind. They don't call the play. In front, Yavoli. He finishes. It's a tie game. It all started with Brendan Moeller pushing the fast break from the Tillman Johnson outlet.
The save by Johnson gets him going. Desco trying to remain positive. The tail end of this play. This is just a lucky bounce if you're for Virginia. Look, the ball's on the ground. Vidas comes up with it, loses it, but where does it kick? Directly to Yavoli, who's cherry picking behind the Syracuse defense. Here it is, great defense right there. Trey Whitty made the check. Yavoli cans it down low. We're tied up at 10.
Third tie of the game. The game was tied at 6-7, and now 10. 9 minutes left. Virginia really doing a great job on the face-offs as they try to pick up on their defensive end. And Mike Powell has just put his team in a man-down situation again. Quint, it is so hard when your team has one of your starters out to play man down. Sal Bliss has been out with the injury, and now you play man short. Very tough to ask your defense to do that. And
Virginia's awful comfortable with Connor Gill as the trigger man. You give him time, you give him space, he can make really great passes. Just a clear push. Powell running down the crown of the field, had a lot of speed, expected Holmes to turn the corner. Holmes never did, and he just ran him over. Connor Gill's the key, though, to this extra man. Right now he's behind the cage. He's such a great distributor. He knows where the open man is, and he usually puts the ball where he needs to.
Starts in that 2-3-1. The rotation comes up. Jarrett Little goes by. Rotelli gets it to Christmas, down to Connor Gill. Gill far side, skips a man. This is pressure. Good defensive slides by Syracuse.
That's the pass, though. He splits the defense to the weak side.
Yavoli fakes it to his side. They make the defense rotate to the ball. Christmas with the big shot, but he can't get it past the defensive checks of Glatzel. Glatzel trying to get possession. 2 men on him. Now he's on his knees. Glatzel's not there. They've got numbers. Christmas inside. Tries to get it behind and finally does. Yavoli up top. Rotelli. Shot by Shannon. That was a very scary moment for Syracuse. Things were unsettled, and Virginia had big numbers.
They're working awful hard on both sides of the ball right now. Glatzel coming up that loose ball, double-teamed immediately.
Rotelli, hard shot, blocked again by Syracuse. First, it was Glatzel blocking the ball down. Team at even strength. Looking for a timeout, Quint. Talk to me, buddy.
Back to even strength.
Yavoli comes around, and a great read by Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, I believe from the inside, is better low than he is high. You got to fake him and then shoot. He's all over that low shot by Yavoli.
Connor Gill sets behind the goal. Great defense by Syracuse to get out of that one. It was really intense pressure and some good looks at shots, but they come out of it still tied at 10. Virginia with possession. Teams at even strength. Connor Gill taking his time. Gives it to A.J. Shannon. They might try this matchup with Brett Walther, the junior midi. Out of Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Shannon getting a little bit of a breather. Starts his power move. Looks back door. Little couldn't get the ball to fall. Rotelli. He had some room on that one, and time just missed the corner.
Syracuse awfully packed in on defense. Looks like a zone. These two teams going toe-to-toe. The fatigue factor for the winner could be big on Monday. Right now, over the next 6.5 minutes, it's going to come down to heart. It's going to come down to who can make the big play.
Christmas inbounds. A.J. Shannon goes behind. This is what we would call an invert. The traditional midfielder going behind the goal. Not as much a factor today as the attacking midfielders pretty much play the same position. He tried to go to Christmas back door, couldn't find the handle. Billy Gladding coming up with possession to Rotelli.
And a long possession. Yeah, this has been a long possession by Virginia. Really trying to work this Syracuse defense.
Glatzel with Gill on him. Gill gladly gives it up. Rotelli. This is their best, their #1 guy in the midfield, number 25. He sees a little space, double team, inside, missed Gladding. Connor Gill, rocket, and look at Pfeiffer pick it out of the air.
Pfeiffer was all over that shot. Gill looked him low and then just tried to beat him to the near post. And Pfeiffer smooth, unofficially 17 saves.
Mike Smith takes the clearing pass. Mike Smith still pushing. for some reason, tried to go against 3 defenders, and the ball's still loose. Brian A trying to dig it out. Mike Powell, he's in the open field. Powell inside and underneath. The goalie cannot get it to hit the net. He dances in the crease. I don't know if it would have counted had it gone, but Powell put big-time pressure on Tillman Johnson. Crowd oohing and eyeing on either end with these acrobatic shots. 5 minutes will decide who faces Princeton on Monday. Rotelli, big shot. Pfeiffer calmly snags it. Steve Cyphers talked to us before the game about his demeanor, and boy, is he a cool customer down there. Now Syracuse and Quint. I don't think they've had the ball. It doesn't seem like they've had it 1 minute in the last 8.
They had 1 goal in this 4th quarter, but that happened real quickly. It was that long pass from Glatzel to Kaufman. They have not had a solid offensive possession.
That last goal of theirs was 10 minutes ago. Kaufman, the leader on offense with Mike Powell. Well, Ballon can't miss it. The ball goes right past the stick. Picked up again, this time by Tom Hardy. Hardy powering in against A.J. Shannon. Goes 6 side, and look at Tillman Johnson. Beautiful release to Brendan Moeller. Moeller's got speed. Slap check won't stop him. Brendan Moeller, the senior from Catonsville. He'll shoot for a tie and go ahead. Moeller gives Virginia an 11-10 lead. Great transitional offense from Tillman Johnson to Brendan Moeller, who they want to get the clearing going with. He's got the speed. He's got the go-ahead goal.
And old-school midfield play. Starts with the save. This is Moeller. It's a 4-on-4. A good time for Moeller to dodge. He runs by Kaufman. No help. Buries it past Pfeiffer. Moeller, last season, really known as a defensive specialist. Virginia had new assistant coach. Mark Van Arsdale said, hey, Moeller, we're going to give you the confidence. We're going to back you. Take some chances on offense. And he has delivered this season.
Virginia has really owned the faceoff circle in the second half, and they get another one. Now they've got the lead and the ball. Under 4 minutes to go, and the Virginia Cavaliers looking to control this game, as they have since the opening whistle. They scored the first 3 goals of the game. Syracuse came back and took the lead. But Virginia has scored the last 3 goals to go from an 8-10 deficit to an 11-10 lead.
Ball's in Syracuse's court right now. They got to get out, make a play defensively, get the ball up the field. If this possession starts getting out of control for Virginia, unfortunately, Starsia called a timeout earlier in the 3rd quarter, and he only has 1 right now.
We talked about it. It might have been important later in the game, but right now he's got possession and he's got the lead. And Quint, when you think about the saves Pfeiffer has made in this half, it could be a 4-goal lead for Virginia.
No question. A couple pipe shots also.
Right defensive check. Pfeiffer reads it beautifully, comes back and gets possession out of the goal. With Pfeiffer out of the goal, they have an extra man to clear. Looking to take it up. Karash bringing the ball up. AMA Motocross coming up next, right after our 2nd semifinal here on ESPN2. John Desko calls a timeout, 2:42, and he is down by 1. He's got to set up a strong offensive showing here to get his team back to a tie situation. Well, Jay Pfeiffer really has been the story. Again, without him, Virginia leads by 3 goals at this point, or 4.
No question, he has been the glue. Watch this rob job against Uvoli from close range. Uvoli again tries to beat him down low. It's Pfeiffer sprawling. Gill tries to beat him up top. Pfeiffer, cool, calm. Not only is he making the save, he's controlling his rebounds. And there he is on the sideline. Syracuse playing without their defender, Saul Bliss. Ties a career high. I'll tell you that personality of his, that calm, cool, collected approach comes in handy on a day like today.